Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a little bit different style video today. Usually I do coin reviews and some tips and tricks, and I'm still going to maybe drop one tonight on a coin review if I can get some time to finish it off. But what I wanted to do is do like a recap of the month, the different events and different things that have occurred. Maybe not really the full month, but in the last maybe 2 weeks. Some of them are kind of ending still today. Some of them have ended in the last week or so. But just a little bit of recap right now of what's going on. The market as a whole has really taken a dip. I personally like it when stuff like this happens. I think, as a lot of other YouTubers comment out there, it's a sale day, and I'm a long-term holder on a lot of my cryptos. I don't currently do a lot of day trading or swing trading for some of my cryptos. But that's not as much as my expertise at the moment. I'm learning a lot of that stuff still, all that technical analysis stuff. So eventually I'll have some videos on that too, as I feel more comfortable presenting it to everyone else, because I want to make sure that I know it well enough, or I feel like I know it well enough to educate others on that. But for the moment, let's go ahead and dive on into the actual purpose of this video. I wanted to kind of show that we are at a drop over here. You can kind of see the market has pulled back quite a bit on in January 7th, so kind of towards the beginning of the month. I guess January 1st, let's see, we started around 600 billion, got all the way up to 830 billion, and we've had a significant pullback, almost to the high 400 billion. I guess somewhere in here we dipped below that. You can kind of see this line right here. Sorry, there's a box that's not disappearing, but you can see this line, almost kind of like a little support line here. It broke through here, and then it almost kind of bounced off there, went all the way up, and then now it broke through, bounced off, almost bounced off. Looks like it could potentially bounce off again. So I'm curious to see how this all plays out in the next month, to see if it just keeps bouncing off that support line, or if it tanks down lower. I mean, like I said, I'm currently sucking up coins that I believe in for the long-term hold. And when I say long-term, I'm looking at it like a 12 to 18 month period for me personally. And I kind of always tell all my friends and everyone else, I'm looking at this long-term because I think the technology still has time that it has to kick in. And the barriers of entry of people to be able to flood their money in, I still think is too high. And so I'm looking at it saying, from now till maybe December of 2018, and then I'm going to reassess everything. If I'm getting more uncomfortable as far as like how the crypto space is moving, maybe I'll start to change my positions on different things. But until then, I'm holding. That's me personally. That's my style. But okay, so let's go ahead and hop into what I always like to do, which is my PowerPoint presentation. Today is January 31st, 2018, and I'm going to do a current crypto event PowerPoint here for you. So I'm just going to hop through, and there's just a ton of different things, but I want to kind of fill you in on things that have occurred just recently, or might be occurring today, or maybe tomorrow, just and I'm just going to go through a bunch of different coins. This is kind of a quick video, but anyways, we'll go ahead and hop on it. So Icon hosting its first annual summit. I believe that's also actually today. Experience points should be listed on Cryptopia. I think that's already occurred. And again, like I said, I haven't gone through each one of these to specifically figure out the exact day, the exact time, but these are things that are occurring in January. January ends today, so give or take a week or two, a couple of days. Verge is announcing a new website coming out the first quarter of 2018. So technically speaking, that's not happening in January, but they made the announcement. Stratus launching its first 2 ICOs on their platform in the next few weeks. Electra, the white paper is supposed to be releasing today. Funfair, submitting applications for the remote gambling software license in the United Kingdom. OMG, the first virtual town hall. I don't technically know what that means. I'm assuming that they're going to have some type of like Skype event or something virtually and have a meetup online. But that apparently is happening. Nexium next roadmap will be dropping. Voxels should be rebranding soon. Funny enough, I got into Voxels a long time ago, and it's actually been like way before I knew a lot about crypto. It's been one of my best return coins out there. I'm not saying go hop into it do some research. I haven't done any research. I just kind of like parked the coins away, but it is what it is. Red Pulse should be listed on, I never know how to pronounce that exchange, but that exchange. So that could, it's supposed to be happening in January, so that could happen today. Decent made they made a partnership announcement on the 26th of January on Twitter. The film Independent for Acclaimed Directors Close Up. I honestly don't know what that means, good or bad. I know that they had announced partnerships to occur in January. I assume that's the only one that they're talking about because that's what I found. Etheland Bounty distribution starts today. That was supposed to be a Y at the end of Bounce. And I know they did an airdrop. If you had the Edo wallet, I want to say they did it. Oh man, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. You've already missed that, but they've done the airdrop, the bounty. Network token, they're supposed to do airdrop today. 1 million to be distributed. Hit that. There we go. Okay, Navcoin, ADAP's technical white paper before the end of January. Today is 31st, so I'd imagine they would have to drop it today if they already have not. Zencash is supposed to do another website update. I know they did a complete redo of their logo, their website. They hired 4 new developers, I believe, to join their team. And that was, I want to say 2 weeks ago. I could be wrong, but somewhere in January. So they've done a lot of, Zencash has done a ton of changes recently. They even added they don't call them master nodes. They call it secure nodes, I believe, for Zencash. They started, I want to say at the end of December. I believe they went live somewhere around there. So they've had a lot of moving parts, a lot of things happening on Zencash recently. That's kind of cool. Deep Brain Chain CEO is supposed to be speaking at the Neo DevCon in San Francisco. I'm sure a lot of you guys follow Superman and Box Mining. I believe they're at that right now. They've been doing a lot of videos on that recently. Internet of Things chain. First draft of white paper will be listed at the end of January. Again, we're at the end of January now. Oyster Pearl PR testnet release before the end of January. I don't technically know what that means by PR testnet, but at least they're releasing something. Shift, the decentralization of web hosting is what they do. Releasing the first of 4 different white papers and a 6-month marketing plan. I don't really know why they would have 4 different white papers. They talked about presenting to different groups or different people. Maybe one's more technical, one's more generic for the public, if you will, not the technical side of things. And then that's what I'm assuming. I don't know the details on that, but that's kind of the overview of what I got. Tron was supposed to be listed on IQ Option Exchange, and again, this could have already happened by today. Lisk is supposed to be listed on Bitfire, and I know for a fact I got into Lisk 2 months ago. I opened up a position on Lisk because I read somewhere that they were supposed to do a rebranding in February. So that should be occurring soon, and if you look at their price action, I think in the last 24 hours it's jumped a bit. I don't know if that's because of the listing on the exchange or the upcoming branding, etc. But that's something to be looking at. Populous, which is beta will be released in January, so it should have already been released if not today. And that also goes back to, that's a competitor to the coin I just did, which is Request Network. They do kind of the same thing, as far as the what do you call it? Invoicing. There you go. Trying to memorize everything up here. It's been a late night. I was up till 5:30 last night. Sonum wallet to be released before the 31st, so I'd imagine it's already released now. Numer, open source web interface for analyzing. And Numeri tournament performance will be released, or Numeri, I don't know. I don't actually know what that means. My friends keeps telling me about this coin, so I have to do a little bit more research on it myself. Quantum, Qtum, they're supposed to add a Ripple, Quantum, Bitcoin Gold to support 11 different currencies now. Neo, Hash Puppies community rewards program starting this week, so if you're into that. So that's it for today, for right now. Like I said, it's a different style video. It's shorter, but I kind of wanted to give you guys some updates on different things that I found that were either about to happen, happening today, or just happened recently in the last couple of weeks. I would love for you guys to follow me on Steemit and Twitter. Again, this is not the normal style video I do. maybe I'll kind of throw it in the mix and do a better job as we move forward. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate any upvotes, downvotes. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, comments, concerns, whatever. Always appreciated. Thank you.